Welcome, everyone, to the January 28th Lower Southampton Township Board of Supervisors meeting. Can we all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It's great to see everybody tonight. First, I'd like to announce that Mr. Gatto, our township manager, is a little under the weather and he won't be attending this evening. Mr. Gatto, if you're watching from home, speedy recovery, sir. The Board of Supervisors held an executive session at 5:30 where we spoke about personnel. We also spoke about possible litigation in regards to upcoming zoning applications, and we also spoke about police negotiations with their contract. The Board of Supervisors also held a workshop at 6:30 where Mr. Everett briefed us about 12 single homes to possibly be built on 242 West Bristol Road. He spoke about Stonemore/Sunset Memorial Park in regards to water runoff and stabilization on their property. He spoke about the Brownsville Road pedestrian crosswalk by Brewster's Ice Cream. He gave us an update on some sewer replacement on Roberts Avenue. He gave us an update on the Green Light Go grant application and also told us that the township passed its MS4 review. Mr. Italia gave the board an update, and we spoke about commercial vehicles being parked throughout our township, not only in commercial areas that they don't have approval to park, but also in residential areas in our township. He also gave us an update on the fee schedule that appears on the agenda for tonight. Mr. Bordner spoke about red light cameras in certain parts of our township on high-volume streets. And Chief Krimmel brought up, as we all know, we had a big snow event. 81 citations were issued for cars parked in the street during the snowstorm. All of us should know now as residents that once that snow emergency is declared, cars have to be parked off the street, guys, all right? And these enforcements will be moving forward in the future if people continue to park their cars in the road. All right. So as we see on the agenda tonight, presentation of Officer of the Year. It's always great to have our officers here, and we have a young man who apparently he is very deserving of Officer of the Year. Chief Krimmel, sir, I'd like to have you come up to the microphone, bring the officer down, and the floor is yours. You can work your magic, sir. After you're all done, we will break for a couple minutes, and the officer can have a few minutes to take some photos.
Okay. Jack's a good kid. He was picked for Officer of the Year by his coworkers, and the reasons they picked him were for his good attitude. He had the most arrests in 2025. Outpaced a lot of his coworkers. Did a great job. He'll go in the dog tank every time we ask him to. He'll go watch the van over the garage. He won't fit in the car wash. He'll do anything we tell him to do. He's a great kid, a good attitude, and we're proud to have him here. And congratulations. Good job.
Jack, any words?
No.
Are you sure? Come on, a couple words for your colleagues.
No, I'm just incredibly thankful. This is an awesome place to work, so I'm really grateful to work here. I'm surrounded by a lot of good people, so.
Terrific. We're blessed to have you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll break for a couple of minutes, folks. I'm sure he would like to have some photos with his colleagues and Chief Krimmel, right? So we'll break for a couple of minutes.
No.
Come on.
Take it back.
All right. Now, next on our agenda, we have presentation of winners of the Christmas house decorating contest. Mr. Mulholland, sir, if you'd like to come up to the microphone and invite the winners. And Mr. Mulholland, after you present all the awards, if everybody is here, we'll also break for a quick minute. I'm sure you'd like to get a couple photos too.
So we had our annual Christmas holiday decorating contest again this year. We had three more houses this year and more votes, which was nice to see. And we got a lot of people commenting and sending in pictures that we're happy about doing the contest again. So we had three winners. I'm not exactly sure who's all here tonight, but third place was Taryn Kale. There you go. Second place was Joseph Ryan. All right. And first place, I lost my spot here. And first place is Michelina Pierce.
Hey! Oh, terrific. That's great. Bring them all forward, Walt. Bring them all forward.
Their award. Come on up.
That's terrific, folks.
Come on, let's
get your pictures.
And then I got Joseph Ryan. Joseph Ryan? Yes, no? What, you lied to me? You lied to me.
You guys did a nice job.
All right.
Beautiful, beautiful.
You want to? Come on up here.
Sure, absolutely.
And we'll do, Halloween and Christmas again.
Let's get at him.
Hey, Nick, you do one more?
Yeah, we're good.
That's a good picture.
All right, thank you.
Congratulations.
I'll drop this one off.
Thank you. All right. All right, Mr. Mulholland, that was terrific. Thank you very much, and thank you again for all the applicants who put in for that. That's awesome. All right. At this time, we have public comment. I'd like to open the floor. If you could please come up, please state your name, the address, if you could put your name in the logbook, and as always, a 3-minute time limit. How are you, Mr. Chrysanthus?
I'm doing fine.
Good. You're looking good today.
Yes, well, thank you. I work at it. Not.
He's got a new hoodie.
Not, same one. I've been wearing this, I think this is the only hoodie I wear here. Whether it's 10 below or 50. All right. First off, Happy New Year, everyone. Nick, welcome to the board.
Thanks.
Just a quick question. I noticed on the website that you don't put the dates of the township meetings.
Yes,
we do.
Yeah, we do.
Where?
You follow the calendar.
On the calendar?
Yeah.
You don't put it underneath where like the budget meetings are?
They're also on the app that we just released.
All right, so it's on the calendar.
It's definitely on the calendar.
All right, well then
Yeah.
I gotta look harder.
Yeah.
It's also in the township app that we just released. You can go there and you can find everything you possibly need.
Okay, well, thank you. That's it.
Hey, that was an easy one. Thank you.
Get those up. It's on.
All right. Anybody else out there tonight for public comment? All right.
Hi, my name's Glenn Stevens. I live at 345 East Myrtle Avenue in Feasterville, PA. It is that location where Mike Italia gave my property to my neighbor. I have no idea why. I would very much like to know, but Mike Italia has pled the fifth. He pled the fifth because Mr. Dillon told him to plead the fifth. Now, when we were here earlier, when we were doing all our voting to re-up our things, I tried to tell everybody that Mr. Dillon is unethical. See, it's a definite conflict of interest for him to defend both the township, the taxpayers of the township, and Mr. Italia. And it is unethical to do so. Sir, even if you begged him to do it, it is lawyer ethics 101. You cannot do conflict of interest, especially when government's involved. The second thing I was telling was about how Mike Italia is corrupt, and I said he was a PISS, poor excuse for a zoning officer. Now, I caught myself immediately saying PISS, and I said, oops, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to let that slip out. And I tried to continue, but Mr. Chairman, you berated me for using the word PISS. Berated me. First of all, I tried to keep to the decorum of this blessed place. Even though I was a construction worker for 30 years, I've got an incredible vocabulary, and Mike Italia is worthy of most of them. But you put me down then today, sir, even though it is my constitutional right to use any language I want, I try to keep decorum. I think I should get a medal for not cursing that piece of junk out. Now, even today, sir, that same word that you ringed me about, berated me about, you said he was full of piss and vinegar. The same word that you trashed me about. If you remember a few months ago, while I was telling everybody the truth and trying to get the truth out of you people, you said bull, S-H-I-T. I don't know if you can, I think that's worse than PISS. Now, are you telling me that, it just blows my mind, so you would berate me for something. Are you saying that do as I say, not as I do? Is that a chair or a throne, sir? Honestly. How can you berate me for something that you do yourself? You said, oh, well, my daughter was there that day. Was anybody's daughter watching the day that you said S-H-I-T, sir? I take it pretty good, sir, when you discriminate against me. I think usually you're just following orders from the corrupt, from the unethical solicitor. I don't really believe you mean this stuff. You're just blindly following his orders. Sir, I really want to speak with you today, but we don't have time.
Mr. Stevens, your time is up, sir. Thank you.
But I just wanted to thank you for paying attention last week when I was here, last time when I was here. You were the only one who bothered to even look at me.
Thank you, Mr. Stevens.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. All right. Anybody else out there tonight for public comment? Mr. Cates, sir, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
I'll sign this later. Jim Cates, 504 Orchard Lane. I got one for you now, too.
Go Gov
Thank you, Mr.
for
Cates.
the calendar. Get the app. The app is great.
Here? I'm sorry. I'll share with him. You can share with her. Thank you. As I say, Jim Cates, 504 Orchard Lane. The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. I've been watching with horror the abuse of power by poorly trained ICE and Border Control agents with masks dressed in tactical combat gear abuse citizens exercising their First Amendment rights to protest. The so-called leadership in Washington, D.C. has consistently lied about the protesters and obstructing justice to properly investigate the horrific shootings of 2 citizens. The video evidence clearly suggests that these shootings were an overreaction to the situation. Shooting Renee Good 7 times and shooting Alex Predit 10 times when he was disarmed, restrained on the ground was wrong and should be properly investigated by someone else besides Homeland Security. No one is above the law. It is time for good people to take action to curb these Gestapo-like tactics aimed at citizens that didn't vote for cities that didn't vote for Trump. One way to do this is to contact our representatives at Congress and insist that they withhold funding for the Department of Homeland Security until there is better control and training of ICE and Border Control agents. Please contact Representatives Brian Fitzpatrick, Senators John Fetterman, and Dave McCormick and ask them to vote when this comes up for a vote in the Senate and hopefully back in the House. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cates. Thank you very much. Anybody else out there tonight for public comment? Going once, going twice, seeing none? All right. At this time, I'd like to move on to the consent agenda. Line 1A, approval of minutes, December 10th, 2025. B, approval of minutes, January 5th, 2026. C, approval of accounts payable, January 28th, 2026. D, approval of certain recurring monthly bills, January 28th, 2026. E, ratification of accounts payable, January 14th, 2026. F, ratification of certain recurring monthly bills, January 14th, 2026. G, approval of professional escrow and finance service agreement release for Blunden Builders, 23 Trevose Road, for the amount of $10,379.59. And H, accept the resignation of Shannon Mumford from the Playwicky Farm Foundation. Do we have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion, we approve tonight's consent agenda.
All right, thank you. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you very much. Any discussion from the board? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. All right, move on to line item number 2. Consider adoption of Resolution 2026-8, amending the fee schedule. Mr. Italia, sir.
Yeah, this is your annual update, addresses any liens, court fees, postage, just the random stuff out there. We're in line with the rest of the municipalities around us. Nothing earth-shattering coming to increase-wise, so we're in good shape.
All right, and thank you. And you also did bring it up to us tonight in our workshop, too, so we did speak about it a little more in detail. So the motion would read to adopt the Resolution 2026-8, amending the fee schedule for 2026. Do we have a motion?
Motion.
Mrs. Bowman, thank you. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Peritano. Any discussion from the board? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. All right, moving on to line item 3. Consider authorization of payments for Roberts Avenue Storm Sewer Replacement Project. Mr. Everett, sir.
Thank you, Board Chair. We're looking for a recommendation to make two payments to the contractor, Carp Excavating, for pay estimate number 1 and pay estimate number 2. Due to the cancellation of the second December meeting and the reorg meeting in January, that is the reasoning for having both at the same time. Pay estimate 1 is for
$120,569.25.
That is correct.
Yes.
And then I have pay estimate 2 is for $10,545. The majority of the work is done with the consideration to the storm sewer installation. The remaining work is trench restoration and final paving that will be done when the temperature cooperates.
All right, very good. So as Mr. Everett had said, this will be 2 separate motions. So motion number 1 will be to authorize payment number 1 to Carp Excavating, Inc. for the amount of $120,569.25 for the Roberts Avenue Storm Sewer Replacement Project, and to authorize the township manager to sign the documents. Do we have a motion?
Motion.
Thank you, Mr. Peritano. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion from the board? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. All right, and then for motion number 2, to authorize payment number 2 to Carp Excavating, Inc. for the amount of $10,545.00 for the Roberts Avenue Storm Sewer Replacement Project, and to authorize the township manager to sign the documents. Do we have another motion? I'll make that motion. All right, do we have a second?
Wait, I'm
Second.
confused.
All right, Mr. Castle, thank you. Any discussion from the board? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. All right, now we're going to move on to line item 4. Consider adoption of Resolution 2026-9, renaming Dolphin Municipal Park to Veterans Park, and actually that is Lower Southampton Township Veterans Park. So we'll go, I'll go into this a little bit. Sometime last year, at a meeting, Mr. Mulholland had came in front of us and he had said, hey, listen, we'd like to have the park named, to the Dolphin Municipal Park. We acted on it, but we never actually did anything with it. We didn't spend any money on it. As I had said earlier this evening, Mr. Bordner has had a lot of vigor. Well, we'll use the word vigor now. And a lot of the things that he would like to do. And he came up with a great idea. And he came to us because Mr. Bordner has sat and continues to sit on our Veterans Advisory Council, and is also a veteran himself, and thank you for that. So when he gave us this idea, we loved it. We loved the thought of it. And Mr. Bordner, I'd like you to follow up with a couple things, if I haven't said everything.
I think you covered most of it. I thought it would be a wonderful idea with Walt rebranding the park and the elimination of the pool and some other new exciting things coming over next year, that we honor our vets. It's honored in every other township municipality around us. I figured, why not do it here? We're going to have a ceremony. It'll bring some advertisement and some, hopefully, public participation to the park when they decide to put the sign in the spring and the reopening of some of the new items that are being placed in the park now. Other than that, I think it's great that we're hopefully moving forward. I'd like to make the motion that we officially adopt the name Lower Southampton Township Veterans Park.
All right, very good. So we have a motion. Do we have a second, folks?
Second.
All right, Mr. Castle, any discussion from the board?
I would just like to add that I think it's an excellent idea. As Mr. Bordner mentioned, the whole park's been repurposed, and we're doing a lot of exciting things there that Walt is leading us on. And I think this will be a great addition to our township and to just recognize those that have stood up to serve. And I'm sorry it took Mr. Bordner getting on the board for us to think of this idea, but I'm glad he did, so thank you so much.
Very good. Any other discussion from the board? All right, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? That motion carries. All right, line item 5 has been tabled for this evening. Now we will move on to the manager's report. Mr. Mulholland, you're the boss tonight.
Sure. Thank you, Board Chair. Just a couple things. Township Cleanup Day is Saturday, April 25th, starting at 9 a.m. We'll be taking registrations for groups, committees, families, anybody who wants to volunteer. They can reach out to my office, and Danielle and I can get you signed up for that. Sanitation rebate runs February 6th through May 31st. Township residents, senior citizens, veterans get extra discounts. Must be a homeowner for the entire year of 2025 and your primary residence. And you must be 65 years old by the end of last year. One other thing I wanted to add was the Parks and Recreation Department of the Township received a grant, $250,000 for Veteran Park improvements. So we're going to be working on the walking trail, adding that to the $250,000 we received in the 2024 cycle. So $500,000 from grant money to do that improvements. And that's all.
That is very good. All right, supervisors' comments. Mr. Bordner, sir, we'll start with you.
Thank you, Public Works, for trying to do the best you could over the storm that we just dealt with. I know there's a lot of people who are out there not giving you as much praise as you deserve, and the same people should be out there helping their neighbors, digging them out also. With that being said, we're all neighbors and friends. Let's try to get through the next storm this weekend, I think.
Let's hope not.
Let's hope not.
All right, Mrs. Bowman, I apologize about not starting with ladies first, but I'm just so used to always starting to my right.
Yeah. All right, I just want to encourage everybody, if you haven't done so yet, please download the app for the My Lower South. That's hosted by GoGov. You can find that in the Google Play Store or in the Apple Play Store or the Google Play Store. It's available, very handy. It came in handy the other day when we were issuing the snow warnings and we had a road closure. So make sure you download the app. It's very useful. Also, big thank you to our Public Works Department for working round the clock from Sunday into, actually, they were still working today, trying to clean up the roads. However, it is also the responsibility of the resident to remove your cars. If you have to put it on your lawn, you put it on your lawn, but you not removing your cars is prohibiting the rest of your neighbors from getting your street plowed properly. Also, you run the risk of damaging not only your car, but one of our plows, which, we will put an insurance claim against your car insurance. So please remember, we might get some snow this weekend on Sunday, so you have to move your cars. Also, big thank you to Walt for always submitting those grants. It's very helpful in improving the programming through Parks and Rec and providing recreation for our township. And I hope everybody stays warm and have a great rest of the month.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Bowman. Mr. Peritano, sir.
Thank you, sir. First, I want to thank everyone who came out and participated in tonight's meeting. Those of you that went through the extra effort to beautify your houses for Christmas and make that great display. Thank you so much. It does a great atmosphere for our community, and congratulations to those top 3 winners. I want to thank Rich and his guys and gals in our Public Works Department. Great job. I know where there was issues, we made some phone calls to take care of right away. It was a big storm, a very weird storm, too. And as Ms. Bowman, indicated, please get your cars off the streets. If you get the Go app, you'll know immediately when the chief issues an state of emergency. I put my truck on my lawn, to get it off the street so we could get it plowed. Also to the officers that were out there, extra duty, making sure everybody was safe. Good job to them. Also, those residents that has a fire hydrant in front of your property, please think about clearing the fire hydrant in the snow. God forbid there's a fire in the snow and they come out, and they can't get access to it, it could be the difference, someone losing their life and/or their property. So I know it's a little extra, but please, or work within your block to get somebody who wants to be designated to clean the fire hydrants out, to get access to them. I want to thank our Officer of the Year. What a nice young man, really presented himself well, and the chief had great words to say about him. I believe, Pine Tree Farms, we are going to have another work session. Is that set in stone, or we're going to let them know?
Well, we have to have another work session, absolutely. I think we're...
Is it going to be next meeting?
Mr. Everett, do you think we will have anything by the next meeting that we could reach out to the neighbors ahead of time?
And we need to discuss with them the changes that they want to make at them. So you think it'd be appropriate to do it next meeting? Because then we have to agree with their proposal. All right, so I would so we should take some effort as a township to make sure that we contact those neighbors so they have an opportunity to come to the work session and discuss what's being proposed. You want to, I was going to say, you look like you want to say something.
Make sure the wording in that is very clear. Right. That it is only about the change order, not the entirety of the entire project.
Right, but with that said, though, they're still going to question us about other things.
Because otherwise you're going to,
Well, I make those notes so you can give them to Joe. You got to give them to Joe. And everybody have a pleasant evening and try and stay warm because it's getting bitter out there.
Thank you much, Mr. Peritano.
Yeah.
My main man to my left, Mr. Castle, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to thank everyone who came out tonight to participate in your township. It's not ours, it's your township. So I'm happy that you trust us with running it, and you coming up to the microphone and give your opinion or share other information, it's always welcome. So thank you very much. And those who are watching at home, I don't blame you. It's nice and cold outside. So keep an eye out for your elderly neighbors and people with special needs. It's been so cold, and I've read stories where people who are maybe in their 80s or 90s and the heat goes out and they just bundle up and they don't call anybody for help. So if you have someone about Kim's age here, keep an eye out for them. You might be saving their life. Speaking of saving their life, there was a terrible fire out on Brownsville Road, and the person seated to your left and my right was one of the 3 people that were initially on scene and went to the rescue of the gentleman that was living there. So, Mr. Chairman, a great deed, trying to save somebody's life. And it did work. The man was distraught and needed to be coaxed out of the fire area. So thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I want to congratulate our Officer of the Year, Officer Wharton. It's a tough job out there. It really is. You never know. You never know. So very good. And Mr. Chairman, our next meeting
is February 11th.
11th. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Castle. Off the bat, I'd like to thank the young lady who had resigned from the Play-Wiki board, Miss Shannon Mumford. We do appreciate the time that she was there. What will wind up happening now that the board has accepted her resignation, we will advertise that position. So if anybody is interested in being a member on the Play-Wiki Farm Foundation, please keep your eye on the township website. send your letter of interest in, and who knows, you might be the lucky person, at possibly our next meeting. As Mr. Castle was saying, this past Sunday, I was traveling down Shortleaf, and lo and behold, being in the right place at the right time, I see smoke coming out of a house. And let me tell you about our first responders here, because this is what it's all about. It's not about me or anybody else. Our first responders in this township and Ben Salem Township are outstanding. When I first arrived at the scene, there were 3-4 residents trying to break down the door, not sure if anybody was in this home. One of the residents is a gentleman who we see in here from time to time, and I have to give him kudos, Mr. Victor Corsino. Victor was 2 men in front of me. He opened that door not knowing what he was going to find, and let me tell you, he got hit with a black cloud of smoke in his face that dropped him to the ground. But nobody thinks about their own safety. We're worried about who might be in that home. But within minutes, our local fire departments, rescue squad, police department, everybody was there. And the work that our first responders do in our township and in Ben Salem Township, and I'm sure throughout the area, you really got to thank these people for everything, because, this gentleman, hopefully, I'm not exactly sure what happened to him, but he seemed to be fine. He was, when the fire had started, we didn't know, I would have thought this home was always abandoned. And we're hollering, is anybody in here? Is anybody in here? I hear the neighbor to the left of this home holler. He's in his backyard, right? I run around the side of the yard. I look over the stockade fence, and here's this older man holding his dog. He is so worried about his dog. He doesn't realize that the flames are probably about 10 feet away from him. He's worried about his dog, and it's just so sad. But, with the help of everybody who had their hands in this, literally had their hands in this. A funny story, as I'm tearing down the fence to get the man out, he says to me, "I don't want to leave my dog." And I'm saying, "Hand me your dog. It's okay. Hand me your dog." Right? He's bringing the dog towards me, and this is kind of comical. He says, right, I'm about ready to grab the dog. He goes, "The dog's probably going to bite you." So, everything worked out fine. But, bring a little bit of humor in that. But once again, you have to really give everything to our first responders. So, with that said, at this time, can I get a motion for adjournment?
Motion.
All right, do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Thank you very much, everyone.